comment,
and subscribe for more content.
Where's the notification bell?
It's to the right of you.
Oh.
What's up, guys? It's DK Wrestler here from a Funko Podcast, and in today's video, it's a brand new edition of Cop Up or Pass Up. But before that happens, make sure you press the subscribe button for more content like this video in the future, and press the little bell beside it to be notified of when that future content gets released. But anyways, guys, let's check it out. So like I said, today's video is a brand new edition of Cop Up or Pass Up, which those brand new to the channel, Cop Up or Pass Up is a series where I look at a certain set of Funko Pops and Funko Sodas and determine via the overall hype of the Funko fanatics, my own personal reaction, and the detail of each Funko item of whether each one is worth copping up the money for or passing up the opportunity to get. And today's Cop Up or Pass Up is on the recently announced Funko Fair 2021 reveals. Now, I probably won't show all the photos as terms to like, if there was more than a couple photos for like, let's say comments and exclusives, I probably won't show all that. I'll just kind of highlight what was some of my favorites as terms to some of these sets. So let's kick off by talking about day one. Alright, so of course, day one had kicked off with Star Wars and Harry Potter reveals as turns to Funko Pop. So the first one I'm going to talk about is the Luke Skywalker Amazon exclusive that is a pop and pin bundle. The problem with this pop is the fact that this was a pop that was already released years and years ago, except it's a re-release because it's got a new box, it's got a pin with it now, it's an Amazon exclusive instead of a common, and the fact that it goes on a white stand instead of a black stand. I mean, realistically, if you missed out on this pop originally, I would say get it, but for this case, I'm going to be saying passing up the opportunity to get this pop. Now we're going to look at the Valentine's Day Star Wars pops, which the majority of these were already announced by Funko themselves, except one, which was that Funko Shop exclusive Valentine's Day R2-D2. I know a lot of people don't like the holiday variants of certain pops like, you know, Star Wars, Marvel, DC, but I'm a big fan of these Valentine's Day Star Wars pops personally, just because I like the way the colors are, and even the box art is something different that we haven't really seen in different holiday pops, especially on the stands of the Star Wars pops where it actually has like a certain Valentine's Day message. So personally, I'm a fan of them, but there are a lot of people who aren't fans of the holiday pops, of course, but the detail is really good. Oh, this is a hard decision. I'm going to say pass up the opportunity to get these just for right now. Now we're going to look at the new wave of Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker pops. There's some cool pops in this set that I'm looking at right now. You know, you got the revitalized Palpatine. A lot of people have actually been wanting that Ben Solo with the blue lightsaber, which is really cool. The Rays are all right. I don't think it was really that necessary. And I do have a mixed opinion about Babu Frick. There's a lot of people who really like Babu Frick, but at the same time, 10-inch pop of Babu Frick isn't really all that realistic, because I think even the 4-inch variant is actually pretty much life size of what Babu Frick is to an actual human. However, the majority of the Funko fanatics really like at least 3 of these pops, so just because a lot of people like the majority of this set, I'm going to be saying cop up the money to get this set. Now we're going to be looking at the Funko Soda figures that were randomly announced. None of them were Star Wars. They're just randomly, sporadically releasing different Funko Sodas of different lineups. So the first one we're looking at is the Beetlejuice Funko Soda. This is actually a cool common chase variant because it's different outfits and there's different like hand poses. Not only that, it's kind of hard to see, but I've noticed that I think that the facial hair color is actually different between the common and the the chase. This is a really cool common and chase combo to kind of get a couple to get your chances for a chase. So just for that, I'm going to say cop up the money to get this Funko Soda. Now we look at the All Might Funko Soda for the My Hero Academia lineup. I actually recently just started watching My Hero Academia for the first time, and it's honestly a pretty cool show. I can see where the hype is coming from the Funko fanatics when it comes to this show. This All Might is pretty cool. He's got his signature smile, he's doing a nice pose, and his chase glows in the dark, which, I mean, I like it, but I don't like the chase. But at the same time, All Might is a pretty cool character in My Hero Academia, and I do like this Funko Soda better than the Izuku Midoriya one that they had announced. So based off that, you got hype from the Funko fanatics, you got my own personal reaction and the detail involved with this. I'm going to say cop up the money to get this Funko Soda. And now we look at the Werewolf Funko Soda for the Scooby-Doo lineup. This is okay. I do think that they should have kicked off with maybe a Scooby-Doo or a Shaggy, but at the same time, this is a great opportunity for those who had missed the Funko Pop version. That was a Funko Shop exclusive, I'm pretty sure. Missed out on that, and now they can get the Funko Soda, which is a little easier, although it is 7,000 2,500 pieces, one of the lower piece counts for this Funko soda. The glow-in-the-dark variant will look nice because it is green, and green, I always mention, is like the best color when it comes to glow-in-the-dark. So just for that, I'm gonna say cop up the money to get this Funko soda. Now we're going to look at the Patronus Harry Potter Funko Pops, which there were 4 of them, although 2 were shown on social media, the other 2 were shown on the Funko app. These are pretty cool. My favorite one obviously would be the one that's shown in the picture right there, which is the Albus Dumbledore, also known as Fox technically. The mold is really nice because Fox is a really cool mold as terms to the Harry Potter Pops, but at the same time, all they did was make it translucent blue to give it that Patronus feel to it, which is really cool. But then when you look at the other ones, in my opinion, they're okay. I like the Albus Dumbledore the best out of them, but as an entire set, I'm gonna have to say pass up the opportunity to get this set. Alright, so kicking off Anime Day for Funko Fair 2021 was the Dragon Ball Z Pops. This is a pretty cool set. There are a couple of Gokus and Vegetas, like maybe 1 or 2, but mostly the rest of the set is like different variants of certain characters. Like you got the first form Cell, there's Kami, there's quite a bit of different characters that aren't your typical Gokus or Vegetas. And yes, there are, you know, glow-in-the-dark variants of the common Pops involved in the set, but that's kind of typical for Dragon Ball Z. But overall, because it's not an abundance of Gokus and Vegetas like usual, I'm going to be saying cop up the opportunity to get these Pops. Now we're looking at Tokidoki, which is a weird set of Pops, honestly. I don't know what these are. I'm not really a fan of these, but I do like the Cactus Rocker that is the Toy Tokyo exclusive. I think that one looked kind of badass, honestly. I'm gonna say pass up the opportunity to get these Pops. Now we got the Saint Seiya Pops, which I'm not going to say much because honestly, these are re-announcements, which it was so pointless to do a re-announcement, and I was very mad at this. A lot of people were very mad at this, that it was a re-announcement of Pops that are already been on shelves for months now, which is why I'm going to say passing up the opportunity to get these Pops. Now we got a new wave of Naruto Pops. These are some banger detailed Pops. The detail on these Pops are so crazy. The commons are crazy. The exclusives are crazy. Especially you got the specialty series exclusive 6-Path Sage. A lot of people are hyped for this because we haven't gotten a full big wave of Naruto in a while. It's just been in snippets for the last year or so, which is why I'm gonna say cop up the money to get these Pops. Now we got, I think it's the first ever wave of Bakugan Pops, which was an old anime, and it's also a game if I'm not mistaken. These are some pretty cool Pops. It's very new and refreshing that they're expanding on some more anime stuff instead of going to the same usual, like, different animes, although they did announce Dragon Ball Z. However, there was some mixed hype involved with this, and I personally don't really know about Bakugan all that much. So just for that, I'm going to say pass up the opportunity to get these Pops. Now we are going to look at the One Piece Pops. These are some of the most detailed Pops of the year so far. A lot of people are hyped for this set. One Piece hasn't had a set of Pops in a long time, and even that Chalice Collectibles exclusive looks pretty crazy, honestly. So just with that and my personal reaction and the hype and everything, I think it's easy to say it's a cop-up. Now we're going to be looking at what is called Vocaloid. I don't think a lot of people know what this is. I don't really like them. Pass up. Alright, so kicking off day 3 reveals, Evior, I think it's pronounced, from Assassin's Creed Valhalla, which I think is the newest game that just released for Assassin's Creed. This is not too bad of a pop. I don't like how they made one with just 1 axe and then the other with 2 axes and then just slapped on an exclusive sticker. I don't know, I think that's kind of dumb in my opinion, and a lot of people weren't hyped for the fact that there's supposed to be, I guess, a girl version, and they didn't make that from what I hear. So just for that, and because of the fact, although it is very detailed and I'm not really a fan of it, pass up the opportunity to get this pop. Now we got a brand new wave of Pokemon Pops, which of course we got Meowth, Attacks Nance Pikachu, that silver, disgusting Bulbasaur, and then Psyduck. Meowth is one of my most top requested Pokemon to be made into Funko, and now it's finally happening. Even though we do have 2 Pops that aren't the greatest, let's face it, there are Pokemon collectors that are going to want to complete their set, therefore they're still going to be copping up. So for that sake, cop up the money to get this set. And now we got a pop for the video game Sekiro Shadows Die Twice. This is not bad of a pop. I do like the scarring across the face. I think that's pretty cool. There's also people who don't really know this game. I don't really know this game. So I think it's easy to say, pass up the opportunity to get these pops. Or this pop, because there's only one. So now we move back to Funko Sodas, which we have ourselves here. Fearless Leader from Rocky and Bullwinkle. This is alright. The only difference obviously between the common and the chase is different colored attire. I mean, unless you're a really big fan of Rocky and Bullwinkle, is this really worth it? And that's why I'm gonna say pass up the opportunity to get this Funko Soda. Now we're looking at Egon Spangler from Ghostbusters in Funko Soda form. This is really cool. They're expanding on the 4 main cast members. Although it was weird that they didn't kick off with Peter Venkman, but it's cool that they did Egon Spangler though. I do love the slime chase. I think that's awesome. And just for that, because a lot of people are a fan of Ghostbusters, and I think the chase is great and it's worth getting, cop up the money to get this Funko Soda. Now we got ourselves the Quisp Funko Soda. I'm not really the biggest fan personally of ad icons. I know a lot of people are, but I also find the chase to be a little lazy because all this is glow in the dark. I mean, it would have been better if you would have done like a different color version like they've been doing with a lot of the ad icons like Count Chocula and Boo Berry and Frankenberry. They did like the different color swaps of the different ad icons. But we all know, because the fact it's ad icons and a lot of people are a fan of ad icons, I might as well say cop up the money to get this Funko Soda. Now we look at the Rosie Funko Soda from the Jetsons. Once again, it's that aspect of why didn't they kick off with one of the main people of the Jetsons instead of kind of like a side character. I'm gonna go more of my personal reaction, and I'm gonna say pass up the opportunity to get this Funko Soda. Now we're gonna look at the WWE Funko Pops, which personally I am super psyched for. This, in my opinion, is one of the best set of WWE Pops to date. Although there are a abundance of Stone Cold and The Rock, I felt like they should have cut out the 2 separate Steve Austin Pops and kept the one that was in the in-ring moments. The Rock I can kind of accept because of the fact that one is Hollywood Rock from 2003, which is the in-ring moments, and then you got Rock from 1999 during his feud with Mankind. And then overall for the rest of this set, you got Edge, which we've wanted for a while, China, which we've wanted for a while. It's cool we got Drew McIntyre. Not a lot of people are fans of Otis, but I'm a huge fan of Otis, so I know I'm going to be getting that. And it's the first Funko Pop with the Money in the Bank briefcase. And then we finally get an Eddie Guerrero Funko Pop, and this is amazing. Although I would have loved it to have his lowrider is a Pop Rides, it's still cool that we have ourselves an Eddie Guerrero Funko Pop. Which for that, even though it's more of my personal reaction, but there is a lot of hype from the Funko fanatics, cop up the money to get this set of Funko Pops. Now we're gonna look at the NBA Legends Pops. I'm only a fan of a couple, which is Scottie Pippen and then the Dennis Rodman. Of course, the Michael Jordan is awesome, and that is the Funko Shop exclusive one. But the rest, I'm like, And then that's the thing about sports also. It's like, you only want a certain amount, you wouldn't want the whole set. So just for that, I'm gonna say pass up the opportunity to get this set. And then we got ourselves here MLB Pops, which I only know one player of this entire set, and that is Vladimir Guerrero Jr. from the Toronto Blue Jays. The rest, I have no idea who they are, and basically just for that, I'm going to say pass up the opportunity to get these Pops. Passing up the opportunity to get these Pops. Yes, you heard that right. The entire Marvel set of Funko Pops that were announced for Funko Fair 2021, I'm saying pass up the opportunity because simply the majority of these announcements were just re-announcements. WandaVision, the Luchador Funko Pops. They even re-announced the Falcon and Winter Soldier Pops that were already on shelves for the last 3 weeks. It was a very disappointing day for Marvel fans, and it's just like, oh, what are you doing, Funko? There were only 2 Pops I felt of this entire day that were actually good in my opinion. The first one was the one that they had ended up calling Hot Rocks, which is the Infinity Warp's Thing Pop. I think that one looks really, really cool. And then of course, Dino Pool from the Deadpool 30th anniversary lineup. I think that one is straight fire. But overall, when you try to get like an entire set of Funko Pops, I mean, all of them, I gotta say pass up the opportunity. It was not a good day. Anyways, guys, that's gonna be the end of today's video. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you smash that like button. Comment in the comment section below on what your favorite reveal was throughout week 1 of Funko Fair 2021. And like I said earlier, press the subscribe button for more content like this video in the future, and press the little bell beside it to be notified of when that future content gets released. But anyways, guys, thank you for watching today's video, and hope to see you guys next week for part 2 of Cop Up or Pass Up Funko Fair 2021. 1, 2, 3, I'm out of here. Follow us on all of our social media platforms on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at A Funko Popcast. If you want to check out some of our other content that's featured on our channel, you can click either the playlist that's on your screen right now featuring previous episodes of our weekly podcast, A Funko Popcast, or we have suggested a video for you guys in relation to today's video.